We all have varying degrees of mania. And let me explain what I mean by mania. When we need to fill in the space, we're not able to just be quiet with a friend. That's mania. Because you're so uncomfortable in your skin that you're not able to just receive the moment. You could say that you're rejecting the love that's there, the love that's available, the love that would heal you if you were to just be quiet and get comfortable and feel safe enough in your body to not have to speak. This is mania. Another version of mania would be if someone is talking over you. They're not actually emotionally, intelligently listening to you. They're not empathic, so they're always talking over you. They don't let you finish a sentence. That's quite exhausting, isn't it? And so they're not able to be present with what you're sharing. They're always going this way, and this is why they're interrupting you, because they're so caught up in the mania of their own story, of their own past, and they don't even see themselves. So this is not a judgment at all. I still have some mania in me, but my partner and I are so determined to only speak when it's thoughtful. And it's very difficult to find a partner like this who wants to do this with you, to only speak when it's thoughtful, because most of the time when we speak is just mental chatter. It has no heart. You're just feeding into the mania. Oh my God, what do you think you're going to want to eat later? Oh my God, can you believe she said this? Can you believe he said that? Can you believe he did that? And then you're on that thread for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. That is mania. I've been calling it the thread of mania. So you have to be very conscientious not to ride this thread, to be aware, is what I'm about to say thoughtful? Or am I just regurgitating or recycling mental chatter? If you're recycling mental chatter, now become aware of it and decide that you're logging out of the mania. Now, the upside about all this is that you don't judge anymore. You forgive everyone in your life because you understand that you had a part to play in it, that you too were manic. So there's no more judgment. You're not holding grudges. You forgive because now you can see that it showed you that you were manic. So the reason why you're probably not feeling inclined to hang out with a lot of humans right now is because the majority of humans, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's true, because I still have so much work to do on my own mania, the majority of humans are uncomfortable in their skin. So you're not really hanging out with a human that's full of heart. You're hanging out with a human that is caught up in their mind. They're caught up in their mania. So it requires so much energy to be around them. This is why it's important to isolate for a while. Most of my life I've been isolated 20, 25 years. This is how I choose to live. And even still, there's so much work to do. There's so much work to do. Even when you tell your friends or your mom or your husband, I'm going to the bathroom now, that's mania. Why are you telling them you're going to the bathroom? Think about that for a second. Just go to the bathroom. Accept yourself. Be comfortable in your skin enough not to always explain what you're going to do. So it's important to not create a thread, because that thread can extend into 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, a day, 2 days, and nothing is getting accomplished. Nothing is getting accomplished. This is because most of the world is caught in mania. So once you become aware of this, you see it so clearly. I saw it so clearly for the first time, I want to say 4 or 5 days ago, and I'm completely changed. It doesn't mean I don't have to release some of the stuff that I still have in me, but I'm so aware of it now. It's like, wow, I don't want to keep rushing. I don't want to keep moving so fast. I don't want to keep talking all the time. I want to be whole. I want to be well. I am well. I am whole. And I'm no longer participating in mania. So naturally now things are going to start to unwind in a positive way. And you can do this too. You just have to become aware that you've been sick, that this world in a way made you sick. We don't want to project onto the world. It was all like a game, you could say, or an experiment. But it's this world made you sick. The people around you kept you sick, right? Because they weren't comfortable in their skin and you couldn't just be. But it's up to you to just be. You have to be the authentic one. But you'll eventually get to a place where you're not wasting time with any of that, because you understand that it's a huge undertaking to get well again, to if you will, absolve yourself of all of this mania. So the world is in a manic state. People in your life are in a manic state. You're not walking around with another human. You're walking around with a mental chatterbox. That's all. That's uncomfortable in their skin. They always need to speak to fill in the space. It's exhausting. So you have to love yourself enough to say, I feel compassion for people. I feel compassion for who I've been, but I will no longer be that person. I will be the healthy version of me. And you're going to see everything is going to start to happen for you. I've been having so many premonitions, and I only now can recall that I used to have them as a boy, like full-blown premonitions. That's because I'm aware that I'm no longer in that world, and I'm able to unwind and restore myself. It's pretty amazing.